When I look at you, I see the light, and the light is called destiny. Have you ever been on a date? Not yet, right? Because you've been focusing on your education, right? Well, today you have a date, young men. You have a date with destiny. Yes, Joshua, you have a date with destiny. Aaron, okay, a date with destiny, and John. You have a date with destiny, young men, and that date has got your name on it. You can be somewhere sitting in Mount Fair looking like nothing's happening in your life, somewhere in the backyard. It's just like Joseph. They tried to put the coat on somebody else, but it didn't work. They buried Joseph and they walked away and left him to die. But God had him. He had a special plan for Joseph's life, and that's what he has for your life. That's way beyond more than you could ever ask for or think. You know what that reminds me of? When I was a little girl, a little nappy-haired girl, didn't have nothing. I was standing next to my mom, my poor little mom. She was a single parent of 3, all by herself struggling. And I remember my mom saying, I believe God is going to send you to school. I believe you're going to have a chance to go to college. She was a woman of faith, and she just believed in what God had. And I remember her sisters telling her, that's not going to happen. That little nappy girl is not going to amount to anything. She's going to be just like you. She's going to add up to nothing. And I remember the look on my mom's face. And she turned to me and said, I just believe that God has more. And I'm going to step out on faith. And I remember my mom walking down to a school called Southern University. It was Sutherland at that time. And she went to that campus and she walked out on faith, and she kept walking that campus until she ran into someone that would give me an opportunity. She didn't give up. And when she finished, I had a full scholarship to Southern University Shreveport, right in Shreveport. We lived in Boulder, so she took a long journey, and she found the school. And when I walked on that campus for the first day, I said, I'm going to change my life. I'm not going to be that little shy, skinny little girl that everybody talked about, that said it wouldn't be anything. I'm going to be somebody. And I started running into people that said things like this that I'm going to say to you today. You can do all things, once again, through Christ that strengthens you. I started running into people that said things like, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world, so don't give up. People started telling me things like, if you just simply put your trust in God, all things will work together for the good. I took that word, and I stood on that word, and I was able to finish college on God's word with that faith. So I'm here to encourage you today that Joshua 9:11 says, God knows the plans. He knows the plans for you already. And you know what his plans are? I'm going to leave you with 2 things that God's plan is for your life. And they are to prosper and not fail. Can I get you to repeat that? God's plans for my life? A little bit loud. Say it like you mean it. Speak it into the atmosphere. God's plans for my life is for me to prosper and not fail. Can I get the congregation to help them out a little bit? Prosper and not fail. I don't think they heard you. Prosper and not fail. That's God's plan. So how do you prosper, gentlemen? First of all, you want to take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. You do not want to turn anything down that's good. Walk into it. If someone offers you an opportunity, you say yes, and you try it, okay? Don't you give up. Take advantage of everything. That's how you prosper in God. Have that faith. How do you not fail in a world like this? Oh yes, you're going to have challenges. You're going to have disappointments. You're going to have upsets, and you're going to have crises. You see, my mom passed away in 2015 of liver failure. That was a crisis for me because she was my rock. She was the one that had that faith. I had to take that faith for myself that day when I saw her going 6 feet under. I had to step out of my own faith. And from that point, I was able to move forward. So you're not the only ones that's graduating today. I'll be graduating in June on the 17th with my doctorate of education because of God's faith. So when I walk across the stage, I'm going to give him all the glory, right? And I want you to do the same thing in everything that you do in life. I had to retake it again in order to finish. So what I did this time is I studied, I went to class. Everything that I learned from that failure, I took it and applied it towards success, and I was able to succeed and finish that course. So any situation that you go through, I want you to learn from that. We provided you with the books today. Your church purchased the books, and I want you to read my book. It's called Follow Me to Destiny. Destiny is 30 days to get you to understanding that every situation God has you going through is for you to learn and grow, so that he can push you into the destiny he has for you. Will you promise that you'll read that and study those scriptures that are in the book? Okay? All right. I want you to go forth and prosper. Remember, you are the light, and the light of the world must be seen. Thank you, Brad.